At the end of this video, you're going to stop asking questions like why do I not make sale on Amazon KDP? I am Agent Abraham, and if you're new here, I want you to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive more valuable videos like this to your inbox. Proceeding in this video, I'm going to be showing you 5 beginner steps to a successful KDP business. 5 beginner steps to a successful KDP business. First, it begins with knowing your competition, followed by the visibility of your business, the way you attract your shoppers, how you persuade them, and how you close the sale. Stay with me to the end of this video, and we're going to break down every of these parts to the simplest or bits. Competition. This refers to every publisher in a niche selling to the same audience as you. Competition refers to every publisher in a niche selling to the same audience as you. Imagine you're in a market, you go into a market. Now, a market is a place where different sellers come to sell different things. Same as Amazon. Amazon.com is a marketplace. There are different sellers that sell books, some sell audios, some sell shoes, some sell videotapes, and different things you can never imagine. Amazon has a lot of things in their catalog. Now, when it comes to Amazon KDP, it's talking about books. Now, as a publisher, you need to know that you have competitors. And now, who is the competitor? Competitor, like I've said before, is everybody selling the same thing as you. If, for instance, you choose to sell a shoe on Amazon, everybody that sells a shoe is your competitor, not just the whole people in the market. You're not competing with somebody that sells bags. No, you're competing with everybody that sells shoes. With this understanding, you should know what a niche is. A niche can be defined as a segment of a market for a particular kind of product. In this case, a book. The product is a book and the market is Amazon. Using our market example, if you come to everybody that sells shoes, let's say you go to the segment of the market that they sell shoes, and when you get there, you see different stores that sell different kind of shoes. Now, for instance, let's say if you go to a market where I base in Nigeria. If you go to a market in Nigeria, I go to a place where they sell shoes, you are likely to find a brand of shoe common among every seller in that store. But as you begin to go deeper and deeper into the market, you will find some shops that have some unique shoes that nobody else has in the market, or only few people have in that market. Now, what is the seller doing there? He has niched down his selling power and has focused on a brand of shoe that not everybody can acquire in that market, making him affordable, making him presentable, making him ready to every buyer that will come into his store. Now, with this idea, you should know that the niche is very, very important, and understanding the beauty of a niche can put your publishing business in the high earning zone. Understanding the beauty of a niche can put your publishing business in the high earning zone, because the better your niche, the lesser your competition, and the lesser your competition, the more you can make sales. Authors who suffer from low or no sales are most times stuck in a niche not healthy for them. This happens to a lot of beginners. They go into niche that are full of whales and they can't succeed in the heavy waters. Because how should you, a self-publisher, an independent publisher that doesn't run ads, compete with a category of doctors, professors in that same category? You are going to have a lot of hard time beating that competition. But knowing the way to pick softer niches that can bring a whole lot of money is a very, very valuable skill everyone should learn on Amazon. For instance, take a look at this. For this keyword here, prostate cancer book, when you search this keyword on Amazon as a time of doing this research, it gives you 6,000 results, which is this green arrow here. And the 6,000 result talks about 6,000 other books. If you're adding your book to this niche, you have 6,000 other books to compete with. 6,000 other books to compete with. And as you can see here, it says 124. Amazon is only showing 24 books on its first page for this keyword. Now, this is to show you that 5,976 books are not shown on the first page. And if you do not take time, your book might be on the last page of this niche. And as we all know, shoppers are not in that patient to start scrolling page after the other, page after the other to look for a book, except if they have a particular book they are looking for. And moreover, not everyone will stress themselves doing all of this. They'll just have to search for the keywords that best describe the book they are looking for, and if the author of that book assigns that keyword to that book, they are likely to be shown to the buyers. But back to our example. Now with this, if you publish a book in this niche, you have a lot of competition to fight. You have about 5,000-6,000 books to compete with for the first page. As a publisher, the first page should be a priority. The first page, having your book in the first page should be an utmost priority, because what's this of publishing a book and a book is on the last part of the catalog, the last part of the shelf, where buyers don't even come to. Just imagine you're in the market and your store is at the last part of the market. You know that before a buyer comes there must be something desperate is looking for. But people that have their stores at the gates of the market, they make the most sales, and you can attest to that. And if you look at this second example I have here, when I added for young men to the keyword, you remember I've marked keyword was prostate cancer book. Then I added prostate cancer book for young men. If you can look here, the competition reduced to 99. The competition reduced to 99 out of 6,000. We now have 99 books that address this keyword, prostate cancer book for young men. Now 99 is a very, very healthy niche. You as an independent publisher, as a self-publisher, you can easily compete in this niche with the right keywords, the right things which I'm showing you in this video to do. You can find yourself ranking in the first page for this niche. Now what's the title of this niche? Prostate cancer book for young men. With this understanding, you get to know that the lesser the competition, the more profitable the niche is, and the higher your chances of selling. With this understanding, the lesser the competition, the higher your chances of selling. There is no need fighting with 6,000 people to make sales. No, there is no need. There is obviously no reasonable reason for you to be battling with 6,000 people to make sales. Rather, focus on where you can easily win when you fight. Focus on when you can easily win where you fight. Other factors to consider before settling for a niche is profitability. Profitability. Is the niche profitable? Now I'm going to be showing you this. If this niche we are talking about is profitable. Now as you can see, for the first few books in this niche, that's for the first keyword, prostate cancer for young women. That's the niche that I said was less competitive. Prostate cancer book for young men. Now that niche, I'm not settling with it yet until I've done some other research. Now, is this niche profitable? To check the profitability of a niche, you should check the at least first 5 books in that niche, if they are profitable. The first 5 books in that niche. And the fastest way to check profitability of a book is the bestseller rank. As you can see here, the bestseller rank for these books are too high. We have 833,106, 447,432, 287,422, the last one. The bestseller rank for the books in this niche are too high. This shows that they are not selling. On KDP, in fact on Amazon, when you see a high BSR, which is bestseller rank, it means there is low sales. When you see a low BSR, it means there are more sales. It's just like a form of ranking. Just imagine from the first to the last, when we are in secondary school and they give positions, the first is the person that has the highest score. When you are getting the 10th position, you're obviously having 9 people in front of you, and that's what this thing is showing. And when it comes to the overall books on Amazon KDP, this book is ranking as the number 833,106. It's far behind. Far behind. Now if you go into the sub niche, which is in prostate health for this book, you can say that it's number 112. Now this is a niche, prostate health, under Kindle books. Now this book is number 112 in that niche. It's still bad in the sense that it's in a sub niche and it's still not in the first 100 books. When you go to the next one, you can see 447,432 overall. This alone shows that this niche is not profitable, in the sense that even though it's still it's still less competitive, its profitability is not that certain. You can actually go ahead to publish book here, hoping that in the future it gets profitable, but for now I wouldn't waste my time publishing a book in this niche. Using some extensions like self-publishing titans, you can notice from the keyword niche score 17, which is very very poor. When using this extension, I recommend that your keyword niche score starts from 60 above. When you get 60 above, you can choose to say, okay, let me check this keyword, it might be good, this book might be profitable, and so on and so forth. But from this score 17, it shows that this is very very poor. Unlike the BSR, for the BSR, the higher the BSR, the less profitable. For this self-publishing titans extension, the lower the niche score, the less profitable. The lower the niche score, the less profitable. But do not rely on this niche score alone. Also verify the books, each book, the first 5 books, and make sure their BSR are averagely moderate for you to work with. And also, if you're using Publisher Rocket, if you're using this Publisher Rocket, if you're using this tool, it still shows you the same thing when searching for the prostate cancer book for young men. Estimated Amazon searches per month, less than 100 people search for this book per month. Less than 100 searches happen for this keyword per month. And the competitive score, which is 1 is actually a good score. In fact, it's the best competitive score you can get on Publisher Rocket. 1. When you get 100, that means it's too competitive. But when you get 1, that's why it's showing green. Why this is showing red? That means it's not even advised for you to go there because the searches are too poor. When you compare the average monthly earnings, just $257 per month. That's for books in averagely. That's what that niche makes. $257. Average price of a book, you have $15. That's average price of each book there. And number of competitors in that niche, you have about 92 competitors. So overall, these indicators point us to the fact that this niche is not profitable. So in as much as it's less competitive, we still have to check the profitability. Moving on in this video, talking about visibility, the art of being noticed. Now, after you have done all your research and you have gotten a niche that is very profitable and you have gone ahead to make your book and everything, the next thing, or even before you make your book, people do this before they make their book, some do it after they make their book, but just make sure you do it. The next thing is to work on your visibility. How do you get noticed in the market? How do you get noticed in the market? It is not enough to be in a less competitive niche. You also have to be noticeable. People have to notice you. People need to see your store. People need to see your book appearing in the first 10 at most. Without these things, having a sale is very very difficult on Amazon KDP. The driving force of visibility is in your keywords. Yes, I know as a publisher you have heard about keywords different times. Keywords this, keywords that, keywords this. Keywords are very very important, and the driving force of your visibility on Amazon is your keywords. Keywords in your title, keywords in your subtitle, 7 back-end keywords, and keywords in your description. I'm going to be showing you what this means as you progress. Now, keywords in the title. If you search for prostate cancer, some books are going to appear. Some books won't have that word prostate cancer in their title, while some will have that word prostate cancer. Now, books that have the word prostate cancer are shown to have the keyword in their title. For instance, you can see this book, prostate cancer. It shows the keyword prostate cancer is in the title. You can also see here, you can beat prostate cancer. It shows that the keyword is in their title. Now, this is very important because your book ranks a lot when the keyword is in your title. Your book has a lot of possibility of ranking higher. For instance, if you make a book and your book is on prostate cancer, but your title is something that is different, not talking about prostate cancer, Amazon might not correctly place your book in this niche and you might lose ranking. So I will advise you, after getting your perfect niche, do your keyword research and find a way to put your keyword in your book title, because it will help your book rank better. Now, in this part, I'm ignoring the other rules of niche profitability and so on. But even if I will check, you can see the bestseller rank here for this book is showing 76, which is not totally bad. I recommend bestseller rank of 50,000 below. 50,000 below, but 76 isn't that far-fetched. But it's just showing you that this niche is more profitable than the previous niche we have checked. But even at that, you still need to check if it's less competitive. Do not forget all of that. Moving on, we have the keyword in the subtitle and the keyword in the description. As you can see here, In this book, 10 years proton therapy for prostate cancer. In the title, we have the phrase prostate cancer, which shows the keyword. When you go to the description of the book, if you are wondering what could happen a full decade after proton therapy, for you can see prostate cancer here, prostate cancer here, prostate cancer here. This shows you that the author has, it might be deliberately or not, but he has made his book get more ranked by infusing this phrase, this keyword, prostate cancer, in every part of his book, the title, description, and the subtitle. Because when you publish a book on Amazon, Amazon has like call them bots that crawl your book, crawl the inside of your book, your title, your keywords, and your description, and it brings out the keywords that are likely to recommend your book to buyers. Amazon indexes you for these keywords, and when buyers search this keyword, your book is going to pop up depending on the number of people that beat you to the ranking. So when you have looked for a book that has a niche that has less competition and is profitable, the next thing is to make sure you are visible. Then the 7 backend keywords. When publishing your book on Amazon, they are given the space to put 7 keywords you want your book to be indexed for. Now, what's indexed for? Indexing, sorry. What's indexing? It's just like a form of registering your book for a keyword. For instance, you're taking your book and saying, Amazon, when a buyer searches for this book, please searches for this keyword, please recommend my book to them. Now, there might be 10,000 authors that also tell Amazon that same thing. When an author searches for this keyword, recommend my book to them. So Amazon will now place all of you on other criteria based on ranking. That's why you have to look for a niche that's less competitive, so that when people are using, even though people are using your same keywords, you can easily outrank them. Now, this keyword is actually optional, but I am begging you, don't leave it. Don't leave it. Make sure you fill in the 7 keywords. Your keywords should be profitable too. Just as the same way we check the profitability for our niche. Check your keywords. Search your keywords. When you search your keywords, just like when you are browsing, in case you don't understand what keywords are, when you are browsing on Google and you are typing, you notice that Google begin to suggest some phrases to you to complete your search. Now that's how it happens on Amazon search bar too. When buyers are searching, Amazon recommends some key phrases they can just automatically search. Now those are keywords. You can take those keywords and check their profitability to see if your book should use them in its indexing. Now your keywords should also have a spread. Yes, your keywords should have spread. What I mean by spread? Now, you have a space for 7 keywords. If you're publishing ebook, Kindle, that's the Kindle version, paperback and hardcover, that's 21 spaces for keywords. Now, it will be wise of you to look for at least 21 different keywords and put in each of these spaces. For the 7 Kindle, the 7 paperback, and the 7 hardcover, 21 profitable keywords to put there, because it helps you get wider reach. Now, over the years, even I myself, I did that thing in the past. We use just 7 keywords for our Kindle, paperback, and hardcover. Just 7 keywords, the same 7 keywords. Now we are limiting our reach. According to Amazon guidelines, you can actually use different keywords for your different versions of your book. So I advise you, for your Kindle version, the 7 keywords, put 7 phrases that are unique. For the paperback, put 7 unique phrases. For the ebook, for the hardcover version, put 7 unique phrases. With these things, you are sure that you are going to get wider reach. Wider reach. Now, social media is reducing attention span today. Social media is reducing attention span today, and I'll advise you to get the attraction of buyers, which is the next thing we are talking about. Get the attraction of buyers. Now, 90% of attraction happens with book cover, as is the first thing the shopper sees from your book. When you are going to search for a book on Amazon, the first thing that you actually see after searching your phrase, your keyword, is the book cover. Now, as a publisher, you want to make sure you attract buyers to your book by making attractive covers. And 10% of your sales, let's say attraction, also happens with your title and subtitle. Yes, after your cover has attracted them, which is 90% of the time, they look at your cover and be like, I like this cover. And when they look at the title of your book, if the title of your book also attracts them appeals to their problem, I'm telling you, you are going to have a click. And when they click on your book, which is the first thing you're fighting for, all of these steps I've listed before now, you want them to click your book. Out of all the books there, you want them to first of all click your book, because without clicking your book, they can't go ahead to make purchase. So you want them to click your book. So 90% of the attraction happens with your book cover. Make your book cover as attractive as possible. Make your book cover as attractive as possible. Your book cover should be attractive enough to match your competitors in the niche. Yes, you are not the only one in the niche. There are other people also selling the same topic, under the same topic you want to sell. You have to make sure your book cover matches theirs or beat them. If you look at their book cover and find out that they have something they are lacking, go ahead and add that into your own book cover. Make your own book cover stand out to be more unique in the market. For instance, when you come to Amazon and you search for a book like Pico's Diet, now there are different books. Now, depending on the buyer, depending on the shopper, different books might catch his or her attention. And whichever one of these books catches your attention, that's the one is going to definitely click first. If he's not satisfied with what he sees there, then he goes back and keep on searching. But your first aim is make them click your book. Make them click your book. And you can see here, I can say all the covers here are actually beautiful. If I would say there's anyone I don't like here personal, that's for me, is this second one. I don't actually enjoy just seeing people for a cook. This is a cookbook actually. It's a cookbook, and I don't enjoy seeing people there. I like these ones that show cookbook, show food, show dishes. It is more attractive than this second. Meanwhile, it's not just that. You can see that this book has over 6,595 ratings. 6,595 ratings. That means people have actually bought this book a lot. So sometimes the market is crazy. Maybe the author of this book is a popular person and that's why it's getting this much sales. But as an independent publisher, a self-publisher, you cannot play a bit when it comes to your book cover. Make it as good as possible. Make it as good as possible. Now back to our shopper theory. When the shopper comes here and he clicks on, let's say clicks on this book, the next thing that happens is that he goes to persuasion. Persuasion. What do you use your book description for? What do you tell your buyer with your book description? What does he encounter in your book description? What does he see? Now, when it comes to book description, there are some things I want you to take note. There are some things I want you to take note. Now, there are book descriptions that focus on the pain points of the buyers. This happens mostly in evergreen books. Books that addresses the pain of the buyer. For instance, how to stop being overweight. Let's say this is your keywords and you want to write a description. Your description should show this pain and also show the solution. That's the thing. It should show this pain and show the solution. That way you are convincing your shopper that I know you have this problem. Come, I have a solution for you. I know you have this problem. Buy this book. This book will give you the solution. You can also use desired results, where you amplify the results. Now when I say amplify, I don't mean lie. I mean you loud it. You make it loud that this book will give you the result. For instance, let's look at this. This person said how to stop being overweight. Now the pain here is overweight. How to avoid embarrassment in conversations. How to avoid embarrassment in conversations. Now these are pains that people want to stop. These are pains. But when you come to this place, you can see how to lose weight. These are desired results. I want to lose weight. Now this person here is complaining of being overweight, but here he wants to lose weight. Here, how to get rich. These are desired results. Now for the pain point, come up with a list of problems a reader of your book is likely facing. Yes, and use that to form a description. For the desired results, come up with a list of solutions your book will provide and use these to form a description. We have emotional amplifiers. These keywords that target the emotion and create urgency, specificity, or enhancement of the solution. For instance, how to write fast. How to speed read in 1 hour. Now, this word fast amplifies the skill of writing. Yes, the person wants to write, but you want to teach him how to write fast, which is what he's aiming for. The next is how to speed read in 1 hour. Yes, I want to speed read. I can speed read in 3 hours, 2 hours, but no, you want to show that person that you can do it in 1 hour. come up with a list of emotional amplifiers that apply to the problems or solutions your book is working at. Now, if you are working on fiction books, even non-fiction too, you can also target demography. We talk about a specific demography like age, gender, race, religion, and so on. Now you can say weight loss for women, weight loss for men. With this phrase, you can form a description that pertains to women. Use words that are known to women. Converse like a woman in your description. Don't speak like a man. Or even though you are an author, you are a male author, write to women. Don't write to men in your description. I hope you understand. And if your book is in a book like How to Talk to Any Lady, you are writing to men. You can also write to female too, but it is men that has this problem most of the time. So your description should be able to tell this man that, hey, I know you lack confidence. I know you have tried talking to many ladies, even your crush, and you have failed many times. But come, with this book, I have the solution that can help you talk to any girl of your choice without feeling embarrassed, without fidgeting. So with these four things, you can give a good persuasion tactics, and when you are done persuading your buyer, the next thing is the closing. The closing is the last part of the ladder. This is the last part. The buyer has climbed from keyword research to visibility to description to everything. Persuasion. He has persuaded. Yes, you have persuaded him. I want to buy this book now. But the closing is the last part of the ladder. This is the stage where the shopper pulls out their credit card to place an order for your book. This is where the shopper says, okay, I want to buy this book. And he begins to call, John, please give me my credit card. I want to make a purchase on Amazon. But the price of your book will go a long way to close or make the shopper forfeit the sale. Sorry, this should be sale. Typing error. But the price of your book will go a long way to close or make the shopper forfeit the sale. That's the truth. If your book promises a good value and the buyer sees the value, if your sale is way beyond his budget, he might not buy most of the time. He might go back to the market and look for other alternatives that will give him what he is looking for. So I advise you, go to your competitors, study their prices and come up with a better pricing strategy. It might be a lesser price, might be to match their price, it might be higher price. But most time I advise you that you either match their price or you go lower than them with few cents or a dollar. Don't overprice sometimes. Though your book might have more value, yes, but when you are starting out, don't overprice. You might actually choose to overprice your book when you have started getting many sales, then you can increase the price of your book. From the start, learn to either match the sale of the market or go lower than the market price. And that way, following these 6 steps, I can assure you that KDP business is tending towards a path of success. That is that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Before you go, do not forget to like it, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell, as I promise to bring more interesting videos and content to your way. Thank you.